YouTube. So I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be all about the Hesi. The Hesi is like an exam that I know most of you that will be watching this video is going to be taking in order to go into nursing, sonography, like any healthcare profession. Most likely you're going to take the Hesi. The Hesi, I just wanted to talk about it and tell you guys what's going to be on the test, because I know most of you are anxious and you want to get this over with and you want to get a good grade. So I'm just going to be telling you the information that I got on my test that is more likely to be on your test, and also the studying material that's good to pass this test with flying colors. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy. So I have my little book here with my notes and the topics that I'm going to be going through about what was on my Hesi. So first of all, that you need to know about the Hesi is that there's different subjects in it. I know there's biology, there's chemistry, there's physics, there's reading comprehension, vocabulary, grammar, anatomy, things like that. Oh, and math, of course. But certain schools allow you to take certain topics that's going to be on it, so you might not have to take all of them. You could just take like a few of them depending on the school or wherever you're going to further your career. So the first things I'm going to be talking about is the topics that I took. So basically the school I'm going to, or the program that I want to go into, we have to take math, we have to take A and P, I had to take grammar, reading comp, vocabulary, and wait, I think that's it. Yeah, so I had to take all those things in order for me to qualify to go into the program. So I would say the test was like about average, like a 6.5. It wasn't as hard as like the SAT, where you have to like prep so long for it and study so long for it. I would say this is definitely like a 5 or a 6. It's really not that hard. The only thing is that you do need to study, and you do need to review things that you went like in 5th grade, 6th grade, in high school. Like you need to review all those things, like with math and your grammar, like all those things that you learned when you were in high school or middle school. So this is the book that I studied for the exam. I think this is from the people that actually wrote the test. So my school required me to, or like they said that this is the best book for you to study from, because this is the exact authors or the writers that do the test and everything, that writes the test for you guys. I would say within this book, like a good amount of like the stuff that's reviewed in this book is on the test, especially for the math section. So the first section I'm going to be going over is the math section. The math section 1 through 10, 1 being the easiest and 10 being the hardest, was like a 5, like a 4 or 5-ish. Like it wasn't that hard. There was 55 questions. There was basic multiplying, division, also multiplying and dividing decimals and fractions. There was basic adding and subtraction. They have a few story problems where there's like a few with like just simple adding, subtraction, and division. So you should definitely review that if you really don't know how to. And they also give you a calculator, so it's really simple. They also go through a lot of percentages, like, oh, find this percentage of like the classroom, whoever scored this amount of questions, or like simple things like that. And definitely this book goes through everything, like legit everything. So I would say get this book for the math section especially. They had basic like ratio and proportions, like questions like this. Let me show you, like where they have like the colons and everything. I had like 10 questions of those, like, and it was simple. Like those are like, you're gonna get your score simple like that. All you have to do is solve for x or solve for whatever. They also have solving for x questions, like solve for x if x is this. So definitely review that. Also, you need to review fractions on like smallest to largest. Smallest to like greater, with fractions and decimals. Like I feel like I got a few questions on that wrong, because like I was like, oh shoot, like how do I like which one is greater than what, like with a fraction or decimal. Like I know like regular whole numbers, that's easy, but like fractions and decimal, oh, you have to know your military time. There was like 2 questions of that, and that was simple. A lot of conversions, so make sure you know your King Henry died while drinking chocolate milk. That helps. They also had like metric conversions, and they actually give you like a conversion sheet on the test. So basically you need to know all these conversions. Like this is what basically was on the test, these conversions. You don't need to really know all the conversions, just basically study this and like the most like popular conversions and English conversions and metric conversions. Also know your Roman numerals. This all is in the book, so just like study the book like I said and you'll pass. Also know like your Fahrenheit to Celsius and your Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's also on the test. Like 2 questions, like that's the most, at least what I got. I'm sorry, I'm just like flipping through to like tell you what's on the like that was on the test. Oh, make sure you know how to do using the percentage formula. And that's like really basically what's on the test. Like it's very easy. I was happy it was easy because I didn't have to spend too much time on this section. I spent most of my time in the anatomy section, which is the next section I'm going to go over. So I'm going to rate the anatomy section 1 through 10. I would say about like a 6, 7. I did score 100 on that section, so I am so happy that they give you 30 questions, but they're actually grading you 25. So I got like 3 wrong and I got 100 because it's like basically they grade it off of 25, but they give you 30 questions, which is good, which is, you know, they should do that for each section, but they don't. So they basically go over like just simple anatomy. Like you need to, I would say, take anatomy A and P 1 and 2 in your college or high school, because that would definitely help you, because this is simple. Like this is not what was on the test. Like, so I was watching this other girl's YouTube account, and she actually recommended for you to study something off of Quizlet. Like look up Quizlet, look up Hesi A and P version 1 and 2, and it gives you the exact, like I'm telling you, the exact questions that was on that Quizlet was on the Hesi. Like the exact, like, so I was like so happy that I studied it, because none of those questions that they asked in the Hesi was nothing, it was not in here. Maybe like a few, like 2 or 3. So I'm gonna link it down below and send you the Quizlet, but that was on my test and I got 100. Know the planes of your body, like sagittal, transverse. Know all your system, like the skin, the reproductive, the endocrine system, the skeletal, the muscular. Like know all those systems, because most of them are on the test, especially like the endocrine and the hormones. Like make sure you know that. But the link I'm gonna send you down below is the Quizlet, and I would say study that, and also the book. Don't just discard the book. You need to study the book and read through the book, because the book definitely helps, and also the Quizlet. This section I used a pocket. It's called Hesi Pocket Prep. So it's like an app that you use on your phone. It's basically like a pocket prep that has quiz questions, like Hesi questions, math. It has all the sections on it. You can actually like check off what sections that you want to, you know, go over. And also at the end of each section, they have like little quizzes and things like that, so you can study, which is very helpful. Gets you in the mindset. And also on the app, it gives you very good questions, and also gives you the explanation of the answers and also of the question also. So it's very helpful. Section I'm going to go through is the reading comprehension. Girl or guy, like, I'm sorry, I do not like reading, okay? I do not like reading boring stories where it tells me, oh, this and this and that. Oh, did you know this? Like, I hate doing that, and also answering questions and stuff like that. So this question was like very difficult for me. And I mean, they have this in the Hesi book, the Hesi admissions book. But I would definitely say go through this because it shows you what to look for when you're looking for the main idea or for the tone of the context, the writer's purpose, and summarizing. And it also gives you questions also to answer. So it gives you like a section to read, which is on this side, and the questions and the answers are in the back. So definitely go through this. I would rate this section that was on the test like a 5-6. A 5-6 because I do not like reading and answering questions. I did okay in this section. I think I got like an 80, but I wish I could have done that better. Like I did not do as good as I thought I did. They ask, oh, and they also ask, they give you like a word and they ask you to define the word, that like what's in the context. So you have to go back, read the context, and define the word using multiple choice answers. So yeah. So definitely like know that. So the next section I'm going to go through is the vocab question. Okay, like I said, I do not read. That means I don't really know vocabulary that well. So I had to definitely study this section because I did not know any vocabulary words. I mean, like I know medical words, medical definitions or vocabulary words, but I don't know like English vocab words. So I would definitely say go over this because most of the vocabs they give you was in the Hesi exam. They give you like 3 full pages of terms that you need to know, and I definitely would say practice this and also use the Hesi Pocket Prep exam app that's on the phone, and also use Quizlet. And sometimes they don't even give you like a sentence. They just say, oh, select the meaning of this term. But I would rate this section like a 5, like a 4-5. It really wasn't that hard. And the last section but not least is grammar. Okay, the grammar section was, compared to like what's in the book, I guess it was like a 6-7 for me, like 5-6. Like I don't want to sound dumb because I'm not dumb, but you know, I like math, I like science. I don't like grammar or English. Like I don't like that. It seems boring to me, and I did not like it when I was in grade school. I didn't like it when I was in high school or neither middle school. So I had to definitely study this section because in this section within the book, it gives you what pronouns are, what adjectives, prepositional phrases are, nouns, verbs, like what all those things are, and how to find them within a sentence or in the context that they give you. So I feel like this was helpful because they gave me the definition of what an adjective is, or like a clause, or a direct, indirect object is. So I would definitely say know all of that. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the book. So this is it, grammar, and it gives you, like I said, like your pronouns, like what a pronoun is, and a noun, and all these other like nouns, the common nouns, proper nouns, all that stuff is definitely on the test, on the exam. And this is another page about the prepositions and clauses. They also give you what a sentence is. They ask you what type of sentences you have. So you know, you have like 5 types of sentences. You have an interrogative, declarative, exclamatory, and an imperative sentence. So definitely know how to tell which of those are apart. You know, like run-on sentences and misplaced modifiers, comma splices, sentence fragments. And definitely know they have this section where they have like words that mean the same but aren't the same, like fewer and less. Like that's like the same but it really isn't the same, so you have to know how to use it in a sentence. And also you and I, which versus that, like make sure you know how to use that in a sentence. Oh, and another thing that they ask you is they give you like a sentence and they ask you which word in the sentence is used wrong. So like you have to read over the sentence a few times to like see what's wrong, because sometimes they had a sentence like effect versus effect, like the A effect and the E effect. So you have to know like how to do those apart, like how to use it in a sentence. So I would say definitely know that, and you would definitely pass the test with flying colors. I got an overall good score. I was going for like a 90, but I got an 84, which is very good for me. Like, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of what I did. Thank God that I got that score. I wanted to get a 90, but a 80 or higher is perfectly fine with me. Now with my program, I don't know if I got in or not, so I'm waiting. Hopefully they would email me this week to say if I made it into the program or not. But all I can say is just keep your head up high, make sure you study, think too hard about it, or don't just like get discouraged, because I know with like you constantly studying, it can get tiring and you can get discouraged, be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's on the test, oh I don't know, like, you know. So that's why I'm making this video, so you know what's exactly on the test, and so you guys can pass, you know, because if nobody's gonna help you, then who's gonna help you? But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you give this a thumbs up, and I'm going to link all the things I used in each section to study, and I hope you guys enjoy, and good luck.